Mr. Charles Ware is the CEO of the Wyoming Contractors Association and has served in that position for 11 years. He also serves as the CEO of WCA's McMurray Training Center and is director of its Construction Careers Foundation, a 501c3 foundation charged to develop and support education and training careers for Wyoming's construction and energy industries. Charles was appointed by the Governor's Workforce Development Council in 1999 and since 2001 has been their chairman. He also serves as chair of the National State Workforce Boards Association. Today he will represent the National Governors Association. He holds a Bachelor of Arts from Santa Clara University and a Master of Arts degree from San Jose State University.
It's an honor to testify on behalf of the National Governors Association on the reauthorization of the Workforce Investment Act. Just a few days ago, the nation's governors convened in Traverse City, Michigan, a state confronted by economic transformation, to discuss innovations. As evident in Michigan and even my home state of Wyoming, our nation's workforce has significantly changed since the passage of WIA almost a decade ago. Without bold reforms to WIA, our current workforce system will struggle to equip American workers with the skills necessary to remain competitive in a global economy. Last week, the governors released 13 WIA recommendations with the National Association of State Workforce Agencies and the National Associations of State Workforce Board Chairs that would help states and local communities create efficient, nimble, and coordinated workforce systems. The recommendations reflect 4 core principles that the governors believe must be central to the WIA reauthorization. 1, to enhance program coordination and flexibility. 2, align workforce education and economic development needs and strengths. 3, improve training services. And 4, reduce administrative costs. Let me point out 2 specific ways that the governors believe that Congress can promote state workforce innovation. First, Congress should provide governors with expanded WIA funding flexibility and transferability. Funding flexibility is critical to improve services, strengthen partnerships, target resources to state and local needs, and align workforce programs. Congress should eliminate the arbitrary requirements to spend a percentage of youth funds on out-of-school or in-school youth. Such constraints are outdated and out of touch with the current high school reform efforts. Encourage state innovation. Our economic strength depends on the ability of each state to develop coordinated workforce systems that support, train, and prepare workers. Congress should expand the U.S. Department of Labor's Ware initiative and create an additional competitive matching grant program for states to plan and implement innovation in the workforce systems. Improve access to training. WIA must prepare workers for high-skilled jobs. Congress can overcome the so-called sequence of services by collapsing core and intensive services into one new category of eligible, allowable services. Congress should also ensure that states can prioritize additional populations to receive training services, such as Wyoming did with our energy industry. Congress should support the NGA-NASWA Common Measures proposal to improve accountability and transparency. The proposal streamlines the complex system of nearly 100 varying and incomparable performance measures into 4 critical measures focused on customer outcomes, including short-term and long-term employment rates, earnings, and credential completion. Congress should also provide transitional financial support to help states modernize their data systems. Clarify and carry forward provisions and remove hurdles to spend federal funds. States need the current flexibility to carry forward WIA funds to provide training and promote responsible fiscal management of WIA funds. Congress should work to clarify the terminology regarding carry forward and obligations to help eliminate inaccurate claims that states have unspent WIA funds. Lastly, Congress should empower states and local communities with tools to manage the burgeoning size of federally mandated boards. Provide governors with flexibility to voluntarily transition from local to regional workforce boards to better serve job seekers. Maintain the grandfather clause for state and local boards under the direction of governors. This checkout check and balance of the grandfather clause will align boards and economic needs and minimize administrative costs. In conclusion, as my governor, Governor Freudenthal, would say, if it's the right thing to do, then we're going to do it. In Wyoming, we trained over 1,000 people in drilling, truck driving, heavy equipment, and mobile crane operation for our high-demand energy sector. Every graduate is guaranteed a position with a major drilling company. The program is a win-win situation. However, the ability of my state and others to help job seekers is constrained by the rigid constraints right now of the current WIA. Governors, stand ready to work with Congress to ensure that our workers continue to lead the world into the 21st century. Again, I thank you for the opportunity and can entertain any questions.